As the bell rings, swarms and swarms of students have rushed toward the snack bar just to get a bag of cookies, a cup of milk and cereal, or a well-baked toast. As you can see, there are so many people who are stuck in front of these things. Well, you may wonder that how is this related to economic concepts? Isn't this just a normal phenomenon, just like we usually saw in front of some well-known cake shops or something? Well, technically, this traffic isn't just caused by that, or the cashier being lazy. No, actually, it's all about what students in Kangqiao have to face every day because of the limits they can spend on their student IDs, which is the limits on how much money each of them can spend. But remember, no one has unlimited amounts of money, even the rich ones. So students have to carefully choose what to buy within their budget before they start choosing what they want to buy, rather than just buying everything. And that process often takes a long time. So that's why there's often so many traffics there. And to me, this is a great example of how people need to make the snacks free and makes us have an unlimited amount of budget on our cards, right? Never mind. But why can't we have all the things we want for free and have unlimited budget on our student IDs? We certainly know that we're not infinitely rich. But why? Why does that issue even exist? Well, in this video, I would like to discuss one of the most important and fundamental parts of economics. In fact, you wouldn't be able to understand the rest of economics without knowing this term. And that means that the whole course would become meaningless as well. The concept is called scarcity. The adjective form of scarcity is scarce, a word that originated from scarpus, which is a Latin word that also means insufficient or lack of something. Sounds easy, right? But in microeconomics, it has a deeper meaning, which means all resources such as water, oil, gas, money, time, or everything are limited and will be used up somehow, while people's wants and demands and desires are, however, unlimited, meaning that basically we want everything that we want. Obviously that is impossible, so the term scarcity clearly explains this. It also emphasizes on people making the appropriate choices to get the most of the things they want under limited resources. In fact, scarcity is a concept that we always face in our world, including here in Kangqiao, for our families, our friends, our countries, or even the world society as a whole. Still confused? Well, an example of it is always the best way to start. Let's go. This is Jeff, a happy student who is a master of economics. He believes that economics is everywhere around us. Well, let's see how he'll prove it. That was really fun at the basketball court. Jeff is really thirsty right now. Hopefully there is a vending machine selling drinks in front of him. Oh look, here it is. Which one should he get? Unfortunately, he left his student ID card at home, so he can't use it. Oh no, he got only 3 $10 coins, a total of merely $30. But he probably wants both the soybean milk and milk so bad. But each of them costs $30. He got $60. Well, I guess he could only buy one of them. But if that's the case, he will probably go with his favorite soybean milk. Oh, here it is, soybean milk. Fresh. But do you know why he could only buy one instead of 2? Both the soybean milk and milk. Well, you might as well agree that nothing in our world is infinitely available, right? Everything is limited. Everything? Yes, everything. In microeconomics, that includes another most important and fundamental concepts for factors of production, which are land, used for planting, labor, or workers, capital, or machines, and finally, entrepreneurship, business, which are the most important resources to produce something. And also all things around us, like hamburgers, phones, money, water, metal, or even soil. Again, everything. Nothing has an unlimited number of things, so that includes the $30 Jeff had when he bought his drinks. Since he only got that much money, he could only buy stuff that cost less than he had, right? For example, a soybean milk costs $30, and Jeff had $30, so he could obviously buy it. But if he wanted to buy another milk, which also costs $30, he simply can't. Am I right, Ing?
Yes, Jeff. As already mentioned, scarcity happens in our lives all the time, as everything in nature is limited. This is a state of people, in us, having unlimited wants, unlimited resources, and that's it, the simplest definition of scarcity. To clear things up, let's have another simple real-life example. Now, suppose a high school student who just graduated from high school, and she is deciding where to go to university or get a job.
Let's just call her Ivy. Ivy has only those 2 choices, we're going to assume that, and obviously she couldn't do both of them at the same time. Therefore, she must still make a choice. So if she decided that she wanted to continue his academic career and become a college student, what thing would she lose or have to sacrifice? Remember, everything has a cost. Well, since she has to stay in school, she can't go to work. And that means no salary. that could have been earned by her if she decided to work. Also, the working experience she could have earned in work could also be lost if she decided to go to college. Which means that as she finishes college, she would have almost no prior working experience compared to others who chose to work at first hand. She would also have to spend huge amounts of tuition for college, which can probably damage her financial circumstances. Well, the costs that I just mentioned are called, in economics, opportunity costs, which are the costs one suffered if choosing one option instead of the other best alternative, which is directly related to scarcity. As long as scarcity exists, opportunity costs exist. They have the cause and effect relationship, meaning that we, the people, have to always make choices and decide for option no matter what, as long as the word scarcity exists in our world. In this case, the high school graduates, Ivy, her opportunity costs are the loss of salary she could have earned in jobs, the lack of working experience, as well as the tuition she would have to pay. So sad, isn't it? However, that is life, and we have to make the best rational choice that has the less cost that we're able to accept it. On the other hand, what if she decided to work as soon as she graduated from high school instead of going to college, which is the other option for her? What is the cost of her choosing to do so? Well, let's just use the same way of analysis to analyze the circumstance. Well, this option also has a cost, one of them being the loss of opportunity to get a better job and a higher salary, since those, according to statistics, those who have college diplomas usually have better jobs and higher salary than those who only have high school or even elementary diplomas. Another opportunity cost for Ivy to go to work would be the limited job prospects and promotion opportunities, because many high-paying and specialized jobs require at least a college degree. So without a college degree, career advancement would be very difficult and limited to positions that require high level of skills. Which means that if Ivy decided to go to work early instead of going to college, she might be limited to positions that receive less salary. College graduates often have more opportunities for promotions and leadership roles since they are believed to be more educated, therefore having a better leadership. But actually, there are way more opportunity costs than those, actually. And what I mentioned were just two of them. But remember, there is no right or wrong choosing either option. It's just the one you think that it's the best. In fact, every person in this world actually experiences almost hundreds of opportunity costs and have to make countless of trade-offs within a day. Well, let's see a legendary story of a little boy named Matthew. Here, there's Matthew. Today is another happy but boring day for him. As his alarm goes off, he opens his eyes, but sleepiness is still in the party. Now, he's facing the first trade-off he has to make, either to wake up or just ignore the alarm and keep sleeping going. For opportunity costs, if he wakes up, he wouldn't be able to continue his wonderful dream. But if he keeps sleeping, he will eventually miss the bus. But in this case, we're just gonna assume that he is a good student and finally decides to wake up. He walks toward his closet, facing his second trade-off of the day. He thinks doing eeny meeny miny mo might be a good idea, so he eventually picked the green one. Anyways, he finished his breakfast, washed his face, brushed his teeth, and went out to the bus stop. But on the way, he saw a cute cat limping on the sidewalk. It looks pretty unwell and seems about to die. Now, he has two choices: bring the cat to the vet, or just let it there for it to die alone. However, before he making a decision, he has to, again, consider each option's opportunity costs, either to make it late to school and get yelled by his teacher, or just be guilty for the rest of his life when seeing a poor cat dying and eaten by crows. Well, since time is also scarce, he must make a choice depending on which option he prefers. So if he chooses to rescue the cat, his trade-off would be the ability to arrive at school early. Suppose that he decided to ignore the cat. Oh my god, so cruel. And head to the school directly. Several hours later, he eventually made it over to lunch, and now he's in the cafeteria, deciding which meal he's going for. Ah, so sad. Choosing hamburgers means no noodles, since he's not that hungry. And noodles means no hamburgers as well. Eventually, he threw a coin to help the decision-making process to get going, and he finally came up with the conclusion with hamburgers. See, there are so many real-life scenarios he might encounter that contain the concept of scarcity, along with so many opportunity costs and trade-offs he has to make in everyday life decisions. Well, this is how we prove their significance in our world. Our lives basically depend on them. Anyways, as we dig deeper into economics in the future, we will see more complex concepts that basically are built from what we just talked about. So make sure you clearly, without any single doubt, understand 100% of the concepts in this video. And we'll see you all next time. Bye!